What is up? We're live here. Let's wait a couple minutes, see if people hopping on. Oh yeah, we got it. Everybody's coming in now. Who's excited to learn about day trading right now? Post up in the. Let me get the chat up and running. What up, Brian? Post in the chat. Let's see who's excited right now. Why don't you send a chat, a live chat? Say what's up, or say the word yes. See a lot of people typing in the chat right now. Let's get it. So welcome to the last day trading training that you're ever going to need, all right? Because we're going to talk about how to make a lot of money with day trading today, all right? So let me start off by saying thank you for joining in on today's webinar. I see it's crazy packed right now. You guys are flooding messages in the chat box. But in this training, I'm going to make a super bold claim, all right? And if you ever see me on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere on social media, you know that I'm real serious about backing up what I say with proof and real value. And I'm going to guarantee that if you stay until the end, I'll prove to you that, anyone on this earth can start day trading and earn a full-time income if they're, just willing to put in the work and follow a system that works, all right? So in the next couple minutes, I'll show you that anyone can become a successful day trader completely from scratch, even if you have no experience or technical skills, never traded before, whatever. I'm just going to show you, something that works. All right. So let me know where you guys are from. I want to make this interactive, not boring, just listening to me talk, yada yada yada. But I want to make this fun. I don't want it to be boring. So just drop in the chat. Let me know where you guys are from. Let's see what we got here. Italy, how you doing, my fellow Italiano? Canada, Spain, Germany, Toronto. Shoo. Wow. Fun fact, most of the people that I train and most of my successful students, they're all international. NYC, Colombia, South Africa, San Antonio, Texas. I should be going to Dallas soon. Indonesia, Morocco, Florida. Jesus. All right. I want to thank you guys, each and every one of you. And, none of what I've been able to accomplish with this whole brand would be possible without you guys. All right. So I'm going to do my best to provide a lot of value for you guys over the next hour or so. But first off, who's this for? This is, if you're serious about becoming a day trader the right way, and what I mean by that is, learning the mindset, following rules, managing risk, doing all that correctly, right? If you're a doer, not just, somebody that talks about it, a tinkerer, someone that plays around, they just want to do day trading for fun on the side. I'm talking about people who are really ready to invest in themselves, ready to change their lives, and create income streams so you could do the more important things in life, like spend time with family, friends, whatever the hell you want to do, travel the world, and, literally whatever you want to do for the rest of your life, right? So most importantly, if you're not satisfied with the average or normal life, like if you want more than that, you deserve the best life you could possibly have. So if any of these things sound like you, then this training's going to be what you need. All right. And this training is going to be what you need. We're going to go deep into how you can actually do all the things that I'm mentioning right now using day trading, right? The power of day trading. There's just so many markets you could take advantage of right now. It's crazy. And, there's never been a better time to get involved than now with all the volatility in the markets, all right? I'm sure you know. Because, day trading has changed my life. But what I love more than anything is, changing other people's lives. And that's what makes me happy, all right? That's what makes me fulfilled. And, so I want to give some back, all right? So if you stick around for the whole webinar, stick around till the end, you're going to get 2 bonuses that I haven't mentioned or showed anybody. You can't find them anywhere else, all right? First, I'm going to show you, a trade setup that I use over and over again that makes me, a minimum of $1,000 a day when it works. It's the same trade I took the other day, if you saw on my IG stories. And, I'm still not done. I want to make this fun. So I'm going to prove to you that work isn't just something that you have to do, isn't always something you have to do, right? that literally it's possible to create a day trading strategy and passive income stream, but also have fun while you're doing it. All right, so this is going to be great. I want to fly through this so we can get into the training, and so I could give you guys as much value as possible. So, but I think if you're here, most of you know who I am, but real quick for the people who don't, my name is Jay. People call me Jay Pelly. My real name is Jason Pellegrini. Jay Pelly is just the shorter version. I've been day trading for 7 years now. I'm 22. I started day trading live when I was 15. I had my first $1,000 day when I was in college, freshman year. And, I'm the creator of a very big growing YouTube channel for trading and Facebook group for day trading as well. I'm a mentor and I coach a bunch of people, entrepreneurs and traders around the world who are crushing day trading too. And, my life goal is to free as many people from the corporate 9-to-5 zombie life as possible, right? That's literally my purpose on this earth, is to do that. And to be honest, I never worked a 9-to-5 job, but my friends do, all right? Everyone in my family does. They work like 80 hours a week. No reason to be doing that. They're depressed, anxious, and they don't look forward to every single day, right? Because they wake up and they got to do the same exact thing they did yesterday, right? Like get stuck in traffic, commute, listen to what your boss tells you to do, wear what they tell you to wear, sit in a cubicle like they do. All these things that so many people do every day. And they do these things most of the time because they don't realize there's another way, right? They're just so comfortable and like conditioned to do that. That's what we got to do. Got to go to 9-to-5, make this set income, and that's it. We'll relax. We'll be good. But, they don't even know there's another way. So I realized that it's possible to earn income using the internet, right? And not just be a victim of the 9-to-5 zombie life where, they don't care about you and you're pretty much replaceable always, right? All you're doing is exchanging time for money, which pretty much translates to you exchanging your whole life, your whole life force, your time, your energy for money. And normally it's way too little money, right? They're not giving you enough for what you're doing. So I'm going to teach you guys how to change and break that cycle and start earning passive income by day trading, okay? And so how did I become one of the biggest day trading accounts in the world? My IG right now is like 118,000 followers, which is crazy. I only started it like 2-3 years ago. And my YouTube is getting close to 20K right now. It's like 13,000, which is also insane because I feel like I started it, yesterday. But the reason that's the case is because of value. This didn't happen, by luck or by chance. I'm not the only person who teaches day trading. And there's, tons of other people who teach it, right? There's tons of other day trading groups and people on Facebook or, YouTube channels that are teaching trading. But I grew to become a very big one of the biggest, possibly the fastest, because of the two reasons. First and foremost, I actually care about my students, right? I help people. I help everyone as much as I possibly can, personally, to help them be successful, help them be where they need to be. But it's also because of value, right? The value. I really leave nothing out, and I make things easy to follow along with, because when I was getting started, the training that I got and everything that was available at that time wasn't too good, right? Which is a big reason why I got started teaching, because of what was available at the time. At the time I was learning how to, day trade, and all the information was kind of misleading. But, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. My goal is to be realistic about day trading and what it can do for you. Because no matter what you do, there's going to be some challenges along the way, right? And listen, if anyone told you it's easy to get rich, they're selling you something, all right? And they're lying to you, because it's definitely not easy. This shit is not easy. It's not easy to get rich either. And that's why most people, when they reach the age of retirement, they can't even retire, because most people are going to find themselves, in some money problems by the time they reach 65. These are just obstacles that stand in the way of your path to financial freedom. But if you're trying to make money trading and you don't have a mentor backing you, I can promise you it's infinitely harder to make money, right? It's just crazy to even think about, think of a way to make money trading if you're not using the benefits of, someone having a successful trader, as a mentor. So basically, my plan is to, skip that one. My plan is to teach you how to find home run trades that everyone is probably looking over, right? One of the biggest problems people are going through in day trading is that everyone's trying to catch these huge swings and huge moves, and everyone's using the same indicators and all being taught, the same way to find trades. So we're going to be talking about how to find home run trades, very profitable trades that are going to make you a ton of money over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right. And I'm going to be showing you how you can start your profitable day trading career today. All right. I'm not talking about a year from now, 2 years from now, 7 years from now. I'm talking about actually starting to build a profitable trading account today and start earning some income over the next 30 days or less. And I'm going to be revealing a little secret, simple secret that's helped me create a ridiculously profitable trading strategy, trading currencies and commodities in a way that you wouldn't really think about, unimaginable amounts of money on these simple setups every day. All right. And I'm going to teach you guys how to catch those same trades and really take your piece of pie. All right. Your piece of the pie. We're going to be going through some of those secrets that help me scale a lot faster than a lot of the traders that I know. And we're going to be talking about the unfair advantage theory, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I like having huge advantages when I'm competing against a bunch of other traders in competition, right? Helps me win faster and more efficiently, and without doing much work, right? I'm lazy. I don't want to work hard. I want to make a lot of money. So, I mean, if you're like me, you're lazy, you don't want to work really hard, but you want to make a lot of money, then this is for you, all right? This is for you. This is going to be a perfect opportunity for you, because the person who has access to the most accurate data and understands how to use that data, you win. It's as simple as that, all right? That's what this is all about. And the first secret that we're going to talk about is the exact formula that I use to create a profitable trading strategy and how you can replicate that success for yourself. All right. Secret number 2, we're going to be talking about never before released technical analysis methods that can help you identify where buyers and sellers are participating the most during each session, right? And then secret number 3, how to journal your trades so you can get better every single day and learn from your mistakes. This is something that 90% of most traders won't do, and is something that will impact your game tremendously. All right. So I hope you're ready to make some serious cash with the largest financial markets in the world. And if you're thinking to yourself, how much do I need to get started day trading? I don't know if I can afford it. This is a common question I get asked all the time. And Mike, who's a successful student of mine, he's an amazing student and success story who started with me pretty recently, actually. Money was a huge deal for him. He was working as a real estate agent in New York. He did all right, but it kind of just paid the bills, and so it could be a challenge. There's 2 things you got to understand: making money or making excuses. You got to pick one, because you can't do both very well. You either do one or you do the other one. All right. And instead of using the excuse of money, and that's really honestly all it was, because if it took money to make money, I promise you guys, I'd still be broke. All right. Mike didn't use the excuse of, hey, I don't have any money. Mike said to himself, hey, I'm going to find a way to get that money. All right. And this is a common thing that I see all the time between people who make themselves into huge success stories and people who just don't make it work and end up rotting in a cubicle until they're 69, right? So, Mike did that. He completely changed his life around. Now he's making many times his yearly salary that he was making selling real estate. Now he's day trading. So this isn't just hitting the lottery here. It's feasible. It has the possibility of occurring for you. And time's another excuse, right? I don't have enough time. What the heck? Whoops, I just clicked through this too many times. Yeah, there's Mike on the side. He's going crazy, Mike. And time's another excuse. You know, I didn't have enough time, or I'll figure out a way with the time I have, or I will make this work, right? But that's a decision you got to make, right? It's possible even with the least amount of time, if you do it correctly. And the last thing, you know, the most common thing that I see all the time is confusion and fear. There's a lot of people that have misinformation related to day trading as an opportunity. They say, you know, Jay, I'm from India. Can I start day trading? Or I'm in Canada or Singapore. I've heard everything. Like people make excuses like from where they live. It's just random stuff. Like, and the good news is I got students on every corner of the planet, right? Every corner of the planet that they trade in the Forex and futures markets. And I can promise you right now, it doesn't matter where you live. It's a worldwide economy, right? Talk about worldwide economy. And lastly, the ultimate excuse is fear. The number one killer of success is financial freedom, is fear. And listen, you probably will at some point screw things up and you're going to get things wrong. You'll make really dumb, boneheaded decisions, but you're going to later reflect on them and say, wow, how did I ever do something so stupid? But, you know, unlike other business opportunities that are out there, that, you know, there's when you walk on a tightrope, like other businesses out there where you can make one mistake and die. Day trading is amazing because it's not like that. You could screw up some trades along the way and still do incredibly well, especially when you follow the blueprint that literally thousands of students of mine have been following. And trust me when I tell you, the process is simpler than you think. All right, I've made a ton of mistakes when I first started day trading Forex. I really didn't think I needed a mentor or a coach. I wanted to do it all myself, right? And thinking back to when I first started 7 years ago, I would did things a lot different if I could do things over, right? I didn't understand how to find, you know, the right broker with the cheapest trade cost. So I was paying too much commission right off the bat, which cut directly into my profits. And, you know, if this stuff sounds overwhelming to you right now, trust me when I tell you it's not, all right? But it took me years to figure out a lot of this stuff. And, you know, I'm going to lay it out in a nice step-by-step blueprint for you guys today. And, you know, I didn't know how to cut my losses also, which, you know, is when we exit a losing trade. That's what cutting losses is, all right? I blew account after account because I was so emotionally attached to my positions, my trades. I didn't want to close them out for a small loss, right? And ended up losing my whole account balance overnight because of that stupid mistake. I didn't cut my losses. In simple terms, I didn't use a stop loss. So I really didn't understand how to find these profitable trades with true risk to reward. I was just hopping into trades without any targets or stops. I was pretty much hoping that the market would go in my favor most of the time, right? But, you know, I've also done some things right. I went all in on creating the life that I always dreamed about living. I learned the most highly effective ways to find true risk to reward opportunities in the market. And I figured out how to cut my losses when I should and how to make sure they're much smaller than my gains so I can have a profitable week, even if I have a bad day, right? But most importantly, I learned from the right people, and whatever the obstacle was, I refused to give up, right? So you got two choices. You can do things the hard way or the easy way, all right? And the hard way is constantly searching for the easiest and fastest way to make money day trading, you know, dabbling in all sorts of different money-making strategies and falling victim to what I call shiny object syndrome, which just means always following, you know, the next best thing and never really kind of having any significant success with anything because you never really actually commit enough time to have that success, right? So there's also the easy way. The easy way and the best way to make money online is day trading. I mean, once you have the right strategy, of course, but you can literally pay yourself whenever you want, whether it's, you know, after each trading session or at the end of the month, at the end of the week, you could choose when you want to pay yourself with your profits. And I want you guys to get addicted to seeing these emails that you see right here show up in your inbox. All right. I want to see you guys get addicted to when you click one of these emails, you know, $1,000, $20,000, $5,000, whatever the amount into your bank, right? I remember the first time I got a deposit, direct deposit right into my bank account for over 20 grand. I didn't believe like it was real, so I'm like, it's crazy. I just printed this money. It's not uncommon at all for my students to be able to withdraw profits of 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, and there's not really too much expenses in trading besides the cost of Wi-Fi, laptop, data feed, right, and your trading account. That's it. I know it might be hard to believe right now, but by the time we're done with this, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make you a believer, right? That if I can do it, if someone like me could do it, there's nothing special about me at all, right? Thousands of my students could do it, then you can do it too. 1,000%. You can literally pick one currency pair or futures contract to trade. Strictly trade just one of them, one asset over and over again, and you could literally be profitable just doing that. It's amazing what you could do by just doing that, focusing on one asset. And then once you get good at that one, you dabble into some other ones. All right. But the most important thing of making this work, most important parts of making this work is having the support group, of people that have done these things already, right? How critical this is, and what a valuable resource this is to becoming financial free. I mean, I can't even describe it. I was confused about trading at first. I didn't even know what trading meant. It was just a bunch of numbers, and I was like, what the hell is this? I was confused, all the different exchanges, different markets, different indicators, different platforms. I was confused about everything, and I suffered through it. I turned out all right, but I wasted thousands and thousands of dollars, and whole lot of time, years and years and shit, a whole lot of time doing things the wrong way. When if I had just been not so stubborn, and found somebody I really believed in and who had proven results, which it took me a long time to find that person. My life would have been easier. And everything would have been, so much faster and much smoother without so much of that trial and error that I had to go through. So, what's the easy way again? Mimicking success is the easy way. Duplicating other people's proven strategies and using the data to make decisions, right? It's really not that hard, guys. Most people just don't know how to use the data that's available to everyone. So I can literally tell you based on any currency pair or futures contract or anything really where price spent the most time during the trading session, and who's in control, buyers or sellers. And let me tell you, if you could spot where buyers are more active than sellers and the other way around, you're going to make a ton of money trading any asset in any market over and over and over again. And this comes down to the unfair advantage principle I talked about. There's a little known tool, and it's one of my biggest secret weapons for day trading, and it's called market profile. I'm sure you guys seen this on my Instagram a few times, but it's called market profile, and the market profile chart shows us transactions that occur at a specific time, at a specific price, and the sum of that volume at each price level. Okay. And this is a massive, massive advantage for us traders because most people aren't smart enough to even know tools like this exist. This is an indicator, okay? One of the only indicators that I use. People don't even know this exists. And, you're already so much further ahead of other people and you don't even realize it. You're 99% there, all right? Most of the time, it's just that final push to really make this work. And, let me show you an example about this tool in action. All right. What a market profile chart is telling us is the transactions that occur at a specific time, specific price, and it sums up the volume of each price, right? That's why we see these bigger, lines. Like this one goes all the way out to K, and you see how this one's a little smaller. This is just, to give you guys a little gist of what's going on. And then this red line, that's the point of control. This is where price spent the most time trading in that session, all right? And we could see the next session right here. This is the second day. So this is 1 day's worth of trading, right? And this is the next day, okay? So we could see that the next day, price held at the top above this value area high right here from the prior day. All right, so this is just market profile, how I use it in a nutshell. All right, but what it's really all about is balance. Balance is what we can understand and identify. All right, where there's balance, we have an established area of value, so it's a market we can understand. This is a little different than price action. These distributions or balance areas are the absolute foundation for how we understand market movement. Okay. Let me take a sip of water. So there's no need to look up, market profile and scramble to take notes. As always, I like to over deliver. So as an extra bonus, I'm going to have my team include all the softwares and all the tools that I discuss in this training. So stick around, stay till the end. All right. But my point is, guys, there's really only 3 things that'll make you successful. And all, my failures and thousands of dollars I wasted out. I wasted figuring out these 3 things. All right. So you can skip all that trial and error and pain and wasted money. And you're probably going to want to grab something to write this down. So grab a pencil, take some notes. All right. So the 3 things that will make you successful at trading are: 1, choosing the right market to trade, maybe sticking with one currency pair or one futures contract to start out. All right. So 1, choosing the right market to trade in. 2, you got to build a solid foundation. You got to have an edge with solid risk management in place. All right. So 2, build solid foundation, have an edge with solid risk management in place. And then 3, journaling your trades. The only way to learn from your mistakes and get better is to journal your trades and have concrete evidence of what went down during that session. So you can use that on the next session. That's how you get better. You keep making those mistakes, you're going to see that you keep fucking up because you're doing the same thing over and over again. All right. So those are the 3 things that'll make you successful at trading. And one of the biggest reasons why trading is such an amazing opportunity is because there are millions of people trading every single day, and we're able to see where the majority of the people are buying and where they're selling. All right. So, a common misconception about the market and a common question that people always ask is, where will X be? Where will Tesla be next week, right? And the real answer is we will never know with 100% certainty where Tesla will be in the near future, right? There's a big difference in predicting what's going to happen versus reacting to what is happening, all right? And our job as traders is to trade what is, all right? I use market profile to see what the market is doing. And then I use something called order flow, which helps me read what buyers and sellers are doing moment to moment, which then helps me trade within context of the overall auction, all right? But remember, guys, prior to being free, prior to learning all this, prior to my first withdrawal, I was just a broke college kid, right? Working this stupid scorekeeping job. It wasn't a 9-to-5 job. It was just like you go to the baseball game at the city, right? Whatever town it was in Hoboken. You go to the game and you keep the score. Nobody fucking reads the score after I write it down. All right. It was a waste of time, energy, money. Money wasn't even good. It was like $50 a game. I had to write the score in the book that nobody even cares about. All right. So I hated it. I wasn't really lost because I knew I was going to find something I like to do, but I was kind of miserable for that 2 hours I had to sit in that room and write down the score and watch these kids that sucked at baseball play. No disrespect to me. I was just tight. All right. But I felt sick knowing that I had to go to school and then I had to go to work. And do the same things I hated doing, sit in the same damn chair. I hate sitting in that damn chair. But that's when I had an epiphany. All right. That's when some bell rang. I don't know what I saw. But I heard people were making money day trading in the financial markets, right? But what I didn't realize is that I could make way more money day trading than I could at any job. I ended up making $1,000 a day in the FOREX market trading the yen, which you could see on my YouTube channel I was a freshman in college at that time. That was about 5 years ago. I withdrew that money the next day and went straight into my bank account within like 2 to 3 days. And, I remember where I was sitting when I got that payment. I was sitting in my car, and I just remember in my mouth, like, it's real. That was the moment. It was real. I was like, oh shit, this is what I'm going to do. I made more profit in one day trading currencies than I did, 3 months at this stupid scorekeeping job. I don't even know if I made $1,000 doing that. But, if you're ready to leave your 9 to 5 behind, you're ready to execute some trades, make some profit, withdraw some profits right into your bank account, I want you to type the word freedom in the chat right now. So type that in. I know I've been talking a while. Just type in freedom if you want to have your first withdrawal, or maybe you had your first withdrawal, maybe you want some more. Just type in freedom in the chat right now, because I was right there with you, my friend, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I see a lot of freedom, a lot of people trying to get freed. Now I'm going to show you how to do it, all right? And I know it might seem hard to believe now, but it's possible. It's happening every single day. So let's talk about how you can get there. And there's that video if you want to watch it. I think there's more views now. And let's talk about, how we can get you there, all right? Secret number one to how I did this is paper trading multiple strategies. And, I quickly scaled the ones that were winning. All right, so I ditched the losing methods and doubled down on the ones that were actually winning. And if you don't know what paper trading is, basically it's trading real-time data on a simulated server. So there's no real money involved, but you get to trade the markets in real time. So it's great to test out strategies on a paper trading account, which is also known as a demo account. All right, we're going to go deeper into these in a few, but secret number two, I only needed a little upfront capital to open a day trading account and utilize leverage to take on bigger position sizes. All right. And then secret number three, I used market profile to determine the current market condition. So, people started asking me, Jay, how'd you do it? How are you able to start a day trading career that allows you to be your own boss? That's giving you the flexibility to travel, spend time with friends, family, doing whatever. And the simple answer is I fucking killed myself to do it. All right. I locked myself in a room, didn't come out until I figured it out, because I knew that I was not satisfied with the normal life, right? The normal go get a job, go to the bar after work and go to sleep and do it again, right? I was not going to do that, not live an average life. I was not going to work 80 hours a week until I was 80, till I was too old to enjoy the money I made my whole life, right? It's not happening. It wasn't me. It wasn't going to work. Not happening. Because, I think one of the most critical things to understand from this whole training, and something that very few people on earth, unfortunately, truly understand, and this is very important. Make sure you follow this one right here. It's really the difference between the old model and the new model. The old model, the traditional model, go to school, get a job, retire at 99, exchange your time for money directly. 1 hour of your life for X dollars, or even a salary, even worse. That's the old model, right? Put money into a retirement account, and after 50 years retire, with a relatively small sum, and you can't really use that money until you're probably too old to use it. That's the old model, right? The new model is creating an equitable, scalable business where you do not directly exchange your time for money. At times you could be earning money while you sleep, and that's a crazy thing. I remember, it happens often now, but I remember Christmas a year or two ago. It was around Christmas. We had like a family party. There was some drinking involved, and I woke up a bit late, a bit hungover, like 11 o'clock, which is not normal. I usually wake up 6, 7, maybe 8. I woke up at 11, turned over, checked my portfolio, my MetaTrader app on my phone, which is where you can see your trades, and I made over $1,000 that morning in a single day. And I was asleep until 11. There was no sales calls. I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have to be on my phone I didn't have to listen to anyone, listen to a boss. I was literally sleeping, and I had made over $1,000. And that's the beautiful, beautiful thing about trading. And I can't even describe it to you until you start experiencing it yourself. You'll know what I'm talking about once you do. All right. And that's just, the amazing thing about day trading. And another amazing thing about the new model is you can continue to reinvest into your own business for years and watch how your income increases in direct proportion to how hard you work, right? I think a lot of us out there, we've seen people, maybe not me, but we've seen people at our job or old job that didn't really deserve a promotion, and they still got one. Maybe it's because they sucked up to their boss, or whatever they did, but maybe they didn't really deserve it. But the beautiful thing about working for yourself is that's gone. Your success is directly proportional to how hard you work and how much you're willing to work and how smart your work is and the decisions you make, and just jumping in and getting started and taking action. Remember, it's not normal working 80 hours a week. All right, no matter what anyone tells you or society tries to tell you, it's not normal working 80 hours a week ever. All right, because I want you guys to imagine what your life would be like if you're making a ton of money day trading and you never have to worry about your bills or money ever again. Seriously, I want you to close your eyes, close them up, picture what it would be like living happily, never thinking about money ever again, except when you think about the next car you're going to buy. All right. Now I want you to imagine that you're making more than your old 9-to-5 job every single month, working your own schedule, being your own boss. You never have to worry about pleasing your boss ever again. You never have to sit through another hour of rush hour traffic. You never have to be at work, send another work email, read emails over the weekend, right? While your son or daughter has a basketball game you want to watch. Imagine what your life would be like if you never had to deal with any of the normal things that come with working the 9-to-5. You never had to worry about trading bigger because you knew how to scale your account. Because I used to imagine that every single second, every minute, and every day that I wasted, right? Until finally I was able to do what was necessary to make, what I was imagining come true. All right. So let's have a little question time. Question time. Would you rather let your money, post in the chat, post your answer in the chat. Would you rather let your money make 1.5% or 40%? What's your answer? Would you rather let your money make 1.5% or 40%? 1.5%? You sure about that? What about 1.5% or 50%? Or even, 1.5% or 100%? Which one are you picking? I know it's pretty obvious, but, a lot of people don't think of it this way. And that's, the best case scenario. The best case scenario is making 1.5% return on investment if you leave your money in a high yield savings account. And most banks don't pay you 1.5%. All right. So I hope you're going for that 40%. And with every asset I traded, the lowest I've ever made from a profit perspective in a month was 20% of my trading account. And, this is very reasonable to expect from day trading in the Forex or futures markets. And, so what's one thing, question number 2, what's one thing that makes people take risks? Well, I think the only thing that makes people take risks that are necessary to change their lives forever is certainty. People want that certainty. But in the trading world and business world in general, certainty does not exist. It really doesn't. And so, one of the things that I love about day trading is that, banks are doing it, institutions are doing it, big hedge funds are doing it. So betting on the financial markets and investing in the financial markets every day is something I feel safe doing because I know the markets aren't going anywhere. So next question, what's the single biggest factor that I attribute to my success? People ask me this all the time, and the answer is actually pretty obvious for me. The single biggest factor that I attribute to my success is actually taking action, jumping in and actually starting things. Because a lot of people, they'll think about things. They'll watch a YouTube video, they'll get motivated, and then they just won't do anything. They get spoiled like milk. That's what I say. And they drift back into their comfort zone, they drift back into the same daily routine, and go back to that same job, doing the same thing day after day. And trust me when I tell you, you don't want to be one of those people. The single biggest factor I attribute to my success is waking up and realizing that the only way I was going to change my life is if I did something about it, if I took action. And once I realized that and I truly understood that, that's when my life changed. And so I want to ask you guys, how would you like to work directly with me and get help to ensure that you're crushing day trading in any market, Forex, futures? Would you like that? Or how would it change your life making an extra 5K a month from home every single month, right? That's an incredibly conservative estimate too. And that's a low amount, to be honest. But when I first started out, it changed my life. It changed my life because it was more than I was making doing that scorekeeping shit. And now, now that I look back, 5,000 seems like a very little amount compared to what I'm trading with now. Would that allow you to do more things that you want to do? Would allow you to go on a vacation with your family? Would allow you to take your wife, husband, kids, grandma out, on an extra trip, or just go out to eat or something? Would it allow you to change your life making 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand a month? Isn't it time you actually cash in on what can only really be described as the single greatest opportunity in the digital age to create your own fortune? My last question here is, can I share with you exactly the blueprint of how I did it and how my students are doing it? If you want to know, I want you to send a message in the chat box right now that says, I'm ready. Send that message into the chat box right now, because if you're not ready, then I suggest you hop off right now, because from this point on, we're only going to want people who are seriously ready to make this opportunity work. And I see some messages coming in. I'm ready. I'm excited to do this. I'm excited you're excited, because I think if you're smart enough to be here right now, you're smart enough to realize just what an opportunity this is, all right? Because there's literally a bunch of student success stories. It's kind of hard to keep track of, all right? Like Chris, he did $1,500 in a day. He made some mistakes before coming in, but that's fine. Chris, he actually just texted me right now. He made some mistakes before coming in with me, and that's fine. He made it, right? As an entrepreneur, trader, you just got to make it work. You can have financial freedom or you can have excuses. But the unfortunate truth, you can't have both. And, these people, these students that you see right here, these are some real people, These people are making money, real money in the markets. And, most of the people who hit $1,000 a day just send me a message on Facebook, thanking me, but they don't all want the publicity. People that message me, that's great. But at the end of the day, everyone just wants the financial freedom, the freedom to make trades, make money online, and do whatever the hell you want with your time. And I'm not going to bore you with all these, but the point is, there's plenty of people that have already joined the family, followed the blueprint, just following along one step at a time and making it work, right? And as I promised, there's more people. As I promised, I'll always deliver on my promises, right? I take it extremely seriously, because at the end of the day, all there is in business and in life is integrity and honesty. And I promise you guys, I would show you a real trade setup that I'm currently using to this day, trading it multiple times a week. And this is what I call the breakout pullback play. Basically, what we look for on this setup is a breakout above or below a certain value area, okay? These are the value areas with the rectangles. So we wait for the breakout above or below a certain value area, and then we wait for price to pull back at the edge of that value area, and then we take the trade, all right? This happens over and over and over again. And the reason I want to show you guys this is because it feels much more tangible, right? It's very intangible, talking about making thousands of dollars a day, until you really see what's actually behind, what's generating that money. And, this is one of the, trade setups that's generating profits session after session, right? Like clockwork in any market, Forex, futures, crypto, you name it. And this is just one of the trade setups mentioned in the masterclass. So literally wait for the breakout, then follow it, then follow the trend. And that's it. You can see it happen right here. Right now, if we look here in pre-market, this is that shaded area on the left. We could see that price was consolidated in this value area, right? And try to push up, but nope, reject at the top. And what were we waiting for? We were waiting for price to break out of the value area, okay? We saw that after the market opened, this is the darker area. This is the market open during the US session from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We saw that looks like mid-session, maybe around 11 o'clock, 10:30-ish. We saw after price broke out to the downside, broke out of this value area, it tried to come back into it, rejected it, and that's the breakout pullback right there. So we got the breakout, we wait for a pullback near this edge. What did we get? We got a wick, literally at the edge. This stuff is kind of magical sometimes. And then followed by, red candles, bearish candles with that wick. Wicks signify rejections, all right? And this is a rejection at an area we're looking to get rejected, okay? So all that you got to do from this point is have the balls to actually get in fucking trade, okay? So once you have the system, once you have a plan in place, all you got to do, it just comes down to a mindset game. And that's what I teach as well. Mindset is, mindset matters more than anything else in trade, but we're getting off track. And how do you find the value area? Well, it's from market profile, okay? And that's how I use market profile. That's how I trade based on market profile, okay? So that's one of the trade setups that I'm currently taking. Literally wait for the breakout, then follow the trend, and that's it. I don't have my targets on here marked on this chart, but if I was to get into a sell right here, I could tell you where my targets would be based on this other market profile chart on the left, all right? And to give you an example, it would probably be this 62.79 right here. That would be the target because that is a prior value area. More times than not, price reverts to a prior value area, all right? And that's it. That's one of the trade setups. There's multiple different ways to play these kind of trade setups, all right? Now, this is something brand new. I promised I would talk about getting a funded trading account, right? So what does a funded trading account? So what does it take to get funded? It's pretty simple. And the breakdown is right here on the screen. Pretty simple breakdown. Top Step will start you out. The company's called Top Step, all right? Top Step will start you out with a demo account that is tracked, all right? Your goal is to reach $1,500 in profit to prove that you are a profitable trader, all right? Your max position size is 3 lots. So that means you can only have 3 lots open at all times. So if you're trading 3 different pairs, you can use 1 lot for each pair. Make sense? It's cumulative. So 3 max lots between all trades. There's about 22 different currency pairs you're able to trade with Top Step. So there's a lot of opportunities to find trades every day. And then after you hit that first 1,500, you could literally open the account. There's no minimum number of lots traded anymore. So they're doing a little promo right now where you don't have, there's no minimum amount of trades that you have to enter in order to get eligible for funding. So you can literally hit that $1,500 profit in one trade, with 3 lots, right? All right. So let's say you make, 50 pips with 3 lots. There you go. You're in 1,500, bang. Now you go to step 2. Step 2, make 3,000. So after you make that 1,500, they're going to set you up with another demo account, And on this one, you're going to have to make 3 grand, and your weekly loss limit moves down to $1,000. So on step 1, your weekly loss limit is 2 grand. So you can have a max drawdown of 2 grand. So if you're losing $1,900, you can't enter another trade until the next week when that weekly loss limit resets. And if you violate your loss limit, if your account has any open positions and it goes over the 2 grand, then that position is going to get liquidated, and Top Step is going to say that you're ineligible for funding and you're going to have to reset your account. So it's very important that you follow these limits. The reason they do that is so that you can prove that you're a disciplined trader. They're not just going to give money to a random schmuck who is losing more than 2 grand a day. All right. So you got to prove to yourself that you can make $1,500 on step 1, and then prove that you can manage your risk and you can actually do this consistently. So yeah, and after you hit that 2 grand, then you're on the races, right? You get a $250,000 trading account that you can trade with, right? And let's go over some of the pros and cons of this. The first and most important benefit of this is not having to risk your own hard-earned money, right? This is huge for most people, huge for a lot of us that are attached to our money, right? And at times we're a little less confident because we want to protect that money. Now, that emotional attachment is gone. It's a lot different when you're trading with someone else's money, because even if you lose, it's not affecting your bank account, right? You also have guidance that keeps you following rules, like the rules I mentioned before. This will help structure your trading and, make your trading practices more effective. All right. And another benefit is that you can take all the money in your current trading account and invest it somewhere else. Put it in real estate, put it in something. Since you have, a nice $200,000 funded account now, you can take your personal trading account money and put that, towards a different investment, something else that's going to make you money. Because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, day trading is just another way of making money. You're not supposed to have one. You got to have multiple streams of income coming in. And lastly, you could still work whenever you want. All right, this is your account and you trade when you want to. Shit, you could take off a week if you want to. There's been times where I literally took off trading from a whole week just because I can, right? Just because I can. Why not? Now, what are some of the bad things about this? First off, you don't keep 100% of the profits like you would with your own trading account. You keep 80% of the profits, not 100. But 80% is great. Like most big trading firms in Manhattan, they're only giving their traders 50% profits to start off with. So this is actually pretty solid. Just look at it like this. They're charging you 20% to have access to their capital. I think that's a win-win situation, right? But another con is you can't trade during news events. So this is probably for the better though, because trading during news events, like exact times, maybe like NFP, it could get out of hand, right? It's spiking in both directions, and most of the time the spreads are so high that you're not going to be able to get out at the price you want to get out either way. So there's a calendar on Top Step that shows you which economic events that you can't have positions opened on. All right, so it's not all major ones, just for the major currencies. But yeah, you can't trade during those events with Top Step. All right, and you also can't swing trade over the weekend. So all positions must be closed before market close on Friday. All right. Now, if you lose some money, you got to be careful, because now it's not just your money that you're losing the company's money. So you got to make sure you follow the loss limits, because this is not your capital. You got to be responsible and follow these rules. So now that we talked about that, the last thing I want to do really quickly is show you what you're going to get if you decide to join the family today. All right. If you decide to join the family today, you're going to get a whole lot of these videos made by me, all right? Because I think, too often people on the internet are trying to get you to buy into what they're doing, but they don't actually show you anything you're going to get, right? And I'm showing you literally exactly what you're going to get. Bunch of mindset, psychology section, trader terms, everything you need to know about market trends, reading price action, market structure, and how to get that funding. All right, there's going to be a whole video of how you get that funding. But yeah, you see it. You see all the videos, all the modules I've created and designed to get you well on your way to creating a massively successful trading career. All right. And this is the most comprehensive training on day trading in general. And it's the reason why we have so many success stories and people willing to give us testimonials because we really, really changed their lives. So I've shown you real people who've done this from all over the world, right? Not just USA, but everywhere. So I just have one final question. How would you like to do this with me with a family we've built over the last few years? All right. Would you like to have your trades personally reviewed to make sure that every single trade that you take is going to be a good one? Would you like a community of experts, that will personally, talk to you and answer any questions that you have along the way? If you'd like that, just type in "I'm in" the chat box right now. I'm not going to talk about my success stories anymore, I promise. But I can see a ton of "I'm in" messages coming in right now. So let's do this, guys. I'm pumped up. If you're ready to join the family today, this is what you're going to get. All right? This is what you're going to get. The intro course that I just showed you, which has a value of $497 alone. Remember, we sell these strategies themselves alone at these prices. You're also going to get the funding option, which I think is more than a $1,500 value. What do you guys think? This is going to help you grow quicker than anything else will ever. And on top of that, since I really like to over deliver, you're actually going to get my template for my charts. So you can just upload the template to your charting platform and boom, you'll see exactly what I'm looking at every day. But this is only available for the first 30 people. Why? Because I want to keep some exclusivity for the action takers and reward people that are truly serious about taking their day trading to the next level. And on top of that, I'm going to be giving you a list of the top 5 assets you should be trading in 2019. And this is a great start for people who are getting started that don't know what to trade, right? I'm going to give you a list of the top 5 digital assets you could take advantage of every single day. Now let's move over to bonus number 2, which is, the software packages and indicators that you need. So let me tell you right now, there's about 1 million different software packages and indicators you could choose from. They'll all tell you that you need them in order to be successful at trading, but let me kill that right now. There's only 2 things you need: a broker and a trading platform. That's it. So that's what you're going to get. The intro course, which has a $497 value, the funding option, which is a $1497 value, my chart template, which is a $497 value, bonus number 2, software packages and indicators, which is a $997 value, which totals $3,400. So before I let you know the final offer for all this stuff, I want to talk to you about the Pareto principle. I'm sure you guys have seen this image. Because, guys, I failed at over 20 different businesses. I was laughed out of the room when I started an Instagram for trading. Literally, my friends laughed at my videos. When I started a day trading career, people told me to stop and get a normal job. I literally can't make this up. My friends and family are asking me now how I did it, right? And most people give up right before they hit a breakthrough, like this guy right here. And I love this image because this guy gives up right before he makes it, right? I'm sure you've seen this on Instagram before, but right before he gets to all the diamonds and we see the guy on top who's plugging ahead, he's taking the risk, working hard, trying to get those diamonds. He's determined to make it there. But most people give up right before they hit a breakthrough. But, that's just how it is. 99% of people will work in a cubicle their whole life because they're not willing to work hard enough, just long enough. And most people quit right before they break through, right before they hit the diamonds, like this guy. And, we have a 14-day money back guarantee. So you can literally try the course completely free, do the work. And if it doesn't work for you, then get your money back. Simple as that. That's my philosophy, and that's the philosophy that I will always live by, because I want to enable people to actually have the resources to invest in themselves and change their lives. And I ain't charging you $4,000, all right? Just because you stuck with me today, I'm going to do something very, very special, and some we might never offer again, because I want to make this opportunity possible for anyone and everyone to leave that 9 to 5 and ditch the cubicle, all right? So what I'm going to do today only is drop the price to only $97, a one-time payment for lifetime access to the Major League Forex course that's completely brand new and 100% updated. And anytime there's major changes in the strategy or when I make a new lesson, we give you unlimited access to the course, right? We reflect those new updates, and all future changes, all future updates, anything we add in, you'll get access to 100%, all right? And there's literally no catch, just a one-time payment for lifetime access to the course. That's A to Z, right? Everything you need to get started, even if you're a complete rookie to the markets with no technical skill, even if freaking English isn't your first language. This offer is gonna work for you, all right? So, I love reaching out. I love talking to everyone. I love being a part of this, and, making sure that everyone, making sure that I'm helping everyone, one-on-one, whether or not they're even in the course. Now that we have a lot of students in there, I'm very active in the private group, and really love working with the ones that are serious and ready to invest in themselves and their education, and more importantly, their future, right? But, before I forget, make sure you check your email, because I'll be sending out an email that should arrive in the next hour or so that has everything that I promised at the beginning of the webinar, all right? I already see a ton of orders coming in, guys. I can't wait to see all of your guys' success, really. Money is great, but, it's really not exciting for me anymore. I can honestly say that. What makes me excited is seeing people change their lives using what I think is the best strategy to make money day trading. And I think this might be the fastest that we've ever filled the bonus slots, guys. So thank you so much. I'll do my absolute best to make this work for each and every single one of you. So make sure, if you haven't already taken advantage of this offer, you go ahead and click that in the chat right now, or just go to joinblameforex.com. It's right on the screen, joinblameforex.com. We already filled up the first bonus slots. So make sure, if you haven't already taken advantage of this offer, do it right now, because it's never going to be available anywhere else ever again. And I'm honestly not sure when we're going to shut down this training. So this might be the absolute last time you're ever able to enter it. It's not on my Instagram. It's nowhere else. So this might be the last time you're seeing this. So get into this. And the reason I do it this way is because I want to reward the people that join my trainings and are ready to invest in themselves and their future and their family's future with my most exclusive content, right? I want to make sure that the people who are ready to invest in themselves have the best resources, knowledge, tools, bonuses to make this work the fastest, all right? And, I'm so excited to start working with all you guys. I see a bunch more people coming in. This is really, really amazing, all right? My one goal, my one mission, my life's purpose and my true passion is making people take the steps to change their lives forever, right? And I really hope you enjoyed this training. I poured my heart and soul into every single one of these things that I do. And I hope that you can tell by now that my one true purpose in life and passion in life is helping people be financially free and escape that anxiety and the depression, because it's not normal working 80-hour weeks. And if you're tired of it, if you're ready to make real change in your life, then stop procrastinating. No one can make this choice but you. No one can take that final leap but you. And so if you're ready to make a massive, lasting change in your life and your family's lives and live the life that you've always wanted to live, then click the button, join our family now, because the last thing that I will say to you guys as we end this training forever, and I can't explain to you how deeply I mean this, whether it's a conversation in a coffee shop, meeting the love of your life, or making a decision in the moment, even if you're scared or unsure to start the best opportunity to make money anywhere in the world, the number one thing I've learned is that sometimes the smallest decisions can make the biggest difference and completely change your life forever. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys inside the family. All right. So thank you guys for hopping on here. And if you haven't yet, www.joinblameforex.com. All right. I will catch you guys later. Thanks for hopping on this webinar, and I'll see you inside.